On January 13, 2023, a seemingly ordinary afternoon in Defuniak Springs, Florida, turned alarming when a homeowner's Ring doorbell camera captured a suspicious individual on their property. At approximately 1:03 p.m., the camera captured a woman dressed in a black hoodie, black jeans, and gloves, approaching the front porch. She rang the doorbell and appeared to wait for someone to answer. During this time, she nervously looked around, scanning the neighborhood as if ensuring no one was watching. When there was no response, she knocked on the door, again pausing briefly as though giving the impression of an innocent visitor. But her intentions quickly became clear. Noticing a package near the door, the woman bent down, picked up the package and opened it directly on the porch. She sifted through the contents, clearly searching for something valuable. When she realized the package did not contain anything of worth to her, she discarded it back onto the porch. With her attempt unsuccessful, she turned away, retrieving a collapsible cart she had with her, which was filled with various items. Believing she had gone unnoticed, she began walking away from the property. What she didn't know was that the homeowner had already been alerted by the Ring system. Acting swiftly, the homeowner contacted local authorities, who were able to respond in time and arrest the woman while she was still in the area. The suspect was later identified as 49-year-old Jennifer Monroe. She was transported to the Walton County Jail, facing charges related to attempted theft. In this case, thanks to quick homeowner action and real-time video monitoring, the suspect was caught before she could cause more damage. This footage serves as a stark reminder of the growing threat of porch pirates, individuals who target unattended deliveries and packages left outside homes. They often strike during the day when residents are less likely to be home, making unattended packages easy targets. To avoid falling victim to porch pirates, consider using package lockers, requiring signatures for deliveries, or scheduling drop-offs when you know you'll be home. In a quiet neighborhood near Orlando, Central Florida, what started as a calm morning quickly turned into a life-or-death situation. Billy Bass, a middle school PE teacher, was enjoying his breakfast at home, a slow-cooked, tender piece of steak. But in a sudden turn of events, a chunk of meat became lodged in his throat. Within moments, he found himself choking, gasping for air, and unable to breathe properly. Alone in his house and with precious seconds slipping away, Mr. Bass realized he needed urgent help. Desperation drove him across the street to his neighbor's home, that of Karen Aranda.
What kind of relief? You're joking? Did it come out?
Yeah, it came out.
Get water, bring water! Hey! Call 911!
No.
No?
I could breathe. I could not breathe.
Bring water.
No 911, no. What's the matter?
He was choking.
You good? my life.
Oh my God, Billy!
Boy.
Oh.
Meat. Holy shit. Damn. And I was just soaking. Hey, guys.
Over here. How did you come over here? I didn't. Yeah. Oh my God.
Saved my life.
Oh my God.
Breaking something down.
CCTV footage shows him stumbling toward her front porch, clutching his throat in the universal sign of choking, frantically ringing and banging on the door. His distress was obvious. Every second counted. After tense moments, the door finally opened. Karen immediately recognized the severity of the situation. "You're choking," she exclaimed. Without hesitation, she spun him around and prepared to perform the Heimlich maneuver. Though significantly shorter than Mr. Bass, Karen's swift and forceful action proved effective. With just one accurate thrust to his abdomen, the lodged piece of steak was dislodged, and Billy could breathe again. Relief washed over the porch as the crisis was over. Karen then calmly directed two other members of her household. One was told to fetch water, while the other was instructed to call 911. Meanwhile, Mr. Bass, though shaken, appeared to have almost fully recovered. Overcome with gratitude, Billy Bass hugged his neighbor, thanking her for saving his life. What could have ended in tragedy instead became a powerful display of community unity, quick thinking, and compassion. This incident is more than just a dramatic rescue caught on camera. It is a reminder of how ordinary people, with presence of mind and a willingness to act, can become heroes in critical moments. Karen Aranda's brave actions not only saved a life, but also showcased the strength of neighborly bonds and the importance of knowing life-saving techniques. On March 18, 2017, at High Street in Canterbury, a surveillance camera captured a shocking accident that unfolded in just seconds. The footage initially appeared ordinary. Pedestrians were passing by, cars moved steadily through the street, and everything seemed calm. But suddenly, the ordinary turned into a terrifying scene. A 12-year-old boy on a bicycle attempted to cross the road. Just as he moved forward, a speeding car came into view and hit him with alarming force. The impact was so severe that the boy was thrown into the air before crashing back onto the hard surface. The bystanders nearby were left stunned. Within moments, people rushed toward the boy, desperate to help. Among them was Mr. Semrani, who had witnessed the incident firsthand. He later described the moment. "He was absolutely the luckiest kid I've ever seen. When I ran out, I thought the kid was dead." The boy was quickly transported to Canterbury Hospital, where doctors treated him for bruises and scratches. Remarkably, despite the intensity of the crash, he survived, a stroke of fortune in what could have been a fatal tragedy. This incident is a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk on busy streets. For pedestrians and especially children, caution is crucial when crossing roads. For drivers and motorcyclists, the responsibility is even greater. Speeding or inattentive driving can turn ordinary moments into life-altering disasters. The Canterbury accident stands as a warning. Be vigilant on the roads, drive responsibly. Never rely on fate to protect lives. That boy was fortunate, but not everyone gets a second chance. On a calm night in Spokane's East Central neighborhood, a Ring security camera captured a deeply unsettling encounter on a resident's front porch. At first, the camera recorded an ordinary quiet scene outside the home. The street was still, the yard dimly lit, and nothing appeared out of place. But soon, the calm was broken when a stranger appeared on the walkway leading up to the porch. The man was dressed in a white t-shirt, blue jeans, black shoes, and dark sunglasses, an unusual choice for nighttime. As he approached, he seemed distracted, his gaze fixed on his phone. At first glance, it looked like he may have been lost or confused, possibly having mistaken the home for another. But as the footage continued, his behavior turned more alarming. He tucked his phone into his pocket, and in his other hand, he was holding what appeared to be a knife. Slowly, he climbed the porch steps with deliberate intent. Reaching the front door, the man rang the doorbell once. His body language suggested that he was poised, almost waiting for an opportunity, possibly for the door to be answered so he could force his way in. For several tense moments, he lingered on the porch, looking around, shifting his stance, and scanning the area, as though making sure no one else was watching. Luckily, no one opened the door. After waiting and realizing the house was not responding, the intruder abruptly retreated, disappearing into the dark street and vanishing into the night. The homeowner, upon reviewing the ring footage, immediately recognized the seriousness of what could have happened. The images captured showed the man's face, his clothing, and his suspicious actions, clear evidence that was later turned over to law enforcement. Police were contacted, and an investigation was launched to locate the suspect. Thankfully, due to the family's caution and security system, the homeowners and their property were saved. This incident serves as a chilling reminder. Always verify before opening the door, even if someone appears to be a harmless visitor. Security cameras and motion sensors are crucial tools for protection. Strangers at your doorstep, especially at odd hours, should always be approached with extreme caution. Not everyone who knocks has good intentions. In some cases, as seen here, their goal may be to deceive, harm, or steal. On the early morning of August 12, 2019, the usually quiet street outside a luxurious residence appeared calm and uneventful. The CCTV camera captured the stillness, empty roads, dim streetlights, and a peaceful driveway. But at exactly 4:06 a.m., the peace was shattered. A car pulled up and parked in front of the residence. Moments later, a man in a black t-shirt, gray pants, and a cap stepped out. Without hesitation, he walked directly toward the glass wall of the house. Behind the glass, mounted proudly, was a large television. The man hit the glass so hard that it cracked and shattered into pieces. He quickly entered inside, racing toward the TV in an attempt to pull it off the wall. Seconds later, his partner in crime appeared, dressed in a black hoodie and blue jeans. In his rush to enter, however, he failed to notice that part of the glass wall was still intact. With full force, he collided headfirst into the transparent wall and fell flat on the ground. A moment of instant karma caught crystal clear on camera. Embarrassed but persistent, he stood back up and managed to get inside. Meanwhile, their third accomplice came and opened the trunk, preparing space to store the stolen TV. But the robbery wasn't going smoothly. The first suspect struggled to unmount the massive TV, and when the third suspect finally joined in to help, he too stumbled while entering, falling before regaining his footing. At last, the trio managed to free the TV, but their victory was short-lived. The first thief lost his balance and toppled to the ground with the TV crashing down on the floor. What was supposed to be a smooth grab-and-go heist turned into a comedy of errors. Panicked, bruised, and fumbling, the three men abandoned the job midway. Fearing capture, they quickly rushed out and sped away into the night. When the homeowner later reviewed the footage, instead of fear, they burst into laughter. The video of the thieves went viral after being shared online, leaving thousands amused at how karma struck the robbers almost instantly. This incident serves as a reminder that not all robberies go as planned, and sometimes the universe itself seems to step in to deliver poetic justice. In the quiet neighborhood of Roanoke, Virginia, a seemingly calm night turned unsettling when the CCTV camera captured suspicious activity around 1:30 a.m. on the porch of the house. At first, everything appeared normal. The street was quiet, the houses dimly lit, and the occasional passing car added to the usual nighttime calm. Suddenly, a stranger appeared in the frame, walking with cautious intent. His first move was toward a vehicle parked near the house. The intruder pulled at the car door, checking if it had been left unlocked, a common trick used by thieves searching for an easy score. Fortunately, the car was secured, denying him access. Not discouraged, the man shifted his attention to the house itself. He walked directly onto the porch and inspected the mailbox, rummaging as if hoping to find packages, letters, or anything of value he could quickly take. Finding nothing, he then approached the front door. What happened next was particularly unsettling. He rang the doorbell twice. It seemed as though he was testing whether someone was home. If the door had been answered, he might have tried to force his way inside, or perhaps he intended to retreat if confronted. But no one came to the door. After waiting and realizing his attempts were unsuccessful, the man turned back, glancing around before vanishing into the darkness of the night. The CCTV footage clearly captured his face, his clothing, and his suspicious actions, evidence that could be crucial for authorities in any further investigation. This incident is a chilling reminder of how active thieves can be during nighttime hours. They look for unlocked cars, unguarded mailboxes, and homes that appear unattended. So always lock your cars, even when parked in your own driveway. Do not leave valuables on your porch or in your mailbox overnight. Make use of security cameras and motion detection lighting to deter intruders. Stay alert. Criminals often target the easiest opportunities. In this case, vigilance and secured property prevented a potential theft, but it also serves as a warning. Thieves are always looking for the right moment, and one mistake could lead to significant loss.